Hey guys, today we're going to be looking at a Rumble mid game on the latest patch in Plat 2 Elo, and this game is all about 1. How to play through tilt, 2. How to play with a losing lane. So you notice this Jinx goes 1 and 8, Senna goes 3 and 9, so how a mid laner can influence that. And 3, how to extend your lead as quickly as possible from your lane. So I think I get a solo kill on this Sylas really early on. Obviously, he didn't have a very good game, neither did Jinx, but what I did is, instead of just only dominating Sylas, I tried to influence both top and bot lane as quickly as possible, as well as my jungler, because I knew that this Sylas was bad, and so I needed to, yes, win my lane, but then exert my influence onto the rest of the game, because I could see that Kai'Sa was becoming a really big threat. We gave her first blood, and so she was already snowballing at the, start. So it's a good game to watch. Let's get into it. So standard runes, I go Comet Rumble, and then I go Comet Rumble, Nimbus Cloak, all the usual, Taste of Blood, and then Ultimate Hunter, so your ult comes up on quicker cooldown. Let's get the scoreboard up. As you can see, I call for an invade here. We unfortunately get spotted out, and this is how we lead to a first blood. You'll see the vision, they actually rotate. So leads to a first blood, Jinx gets caught. I go off, back off here, she gets caught. She doesn't use any summoners, but that's basically how they get first blood. Alright, so let's watch this lane play. So I get Q level 1, usually I go E, but I thought, well, Sylas is melee, so I'm going to go Q level 1. We'll just watch this play out. Now, what I'm planning to do is shove this wave so I can get a ward when Nocturne goes on his red. So this is a strategy I always use in mid lane. I like to push, particularly when I can. So like if I dominate the enemy mid laner, I'm going to push really hard and try and get a ward on here so that my top lane, myself, and my jungler know where Nocturne is at about the 3-minute mark. Or, 2:45, 3-minute mark. And I've got a nice little CS lead here. Obviously, Sylas can catch it up. But notice how I'm just making Sylas use all his corrupting pot stacks. There he goes. There's his first one. That's a really bad play by me, but I actually turn it around a little bit. Yep, so we'll fast forward this. Now, watch what I do. Can't really do much here. Go for a proc. That was bad. Took a turret hit. And now immediately go up to ward here. Now giving my top laner perfect vision. Sylas even rotates over, thinking we're going to invade, which is fine. Even scares Nocturne off a little bit. Sylas actually does the right thing there. So I'll change the vision so we can't see what's happening. Doesn't look good for bot lane. Kai'Sa's now 2-0. I'm yet to get a kill. So I know I'm on a timer now, so I'm going to have to play pretty aggressively. And I know I'm going to have to take a few risks this game. So notice how I'm always proccing my Comet against Sylas. And usually I have Taste of Blood, which makes it a really good trade for me. But this game I didn't. And notice I'm missing quite a bit of CS, but my real intention here is to push Sylas out of lane, because I know I have TP and he doesn't. So I'm trying to play the macro game here, and as you can see, overheat for some nice damage. And now I rotate just to help Rek'Sai, because I knew Nocturne was top, so I'm going, okay. And now Rek'Sai wants to invade, and I actually ping let's go bot scuttle, because we can get a double scuttle here, which, because I play jungle, I'm like, that's the much better trade here. We know these camps are gone. We had vision on him. But Rek'Sai goes for a gank here. And again, I don't play that too well. But you watch this next trade. I don't actually really want this, but this Rek'Sai really does. He kind of actually screwed it up, but he gets out. Now, this is actually an interesting little trade-off. And then, look who's in mid lane, Kai'Sa Thresh. They did ping missing, but I was too tunnel vision. So this is actually a really good point. My bot lane pinged missing about 10 seconds ago, but I was too tunnel vision for it. I end up dying. At least I didn't die to Kai'Sa. Cool. So, again, this is why TP mid lane is so important, because you can get back to lane, and look at this CS difference, and gold difference. I'm up in gold. So, basically, now I know Kai'Sa is the biggest problem. I need to fix this as quickly as possible. So I'm not too sure what I'm actually going to do with this wave. I'm actually a little bit hesitant because I'm not sure where Nocturne is. I mean, he's probably backing, so I'm just a little bit lost. I'm probably going to try and go for some damage on Silas and really try and extend my lead and then get out of my lane as quickly as possible. So notice how I ping vision as well. Whenever a mid laner goes out of vision, you can almost assume they're going to ward. And because Silas is a control ward, I noticed he didn't actually put his control ward here. He must have put his yellow trinket, and then he's going to put his control ward here. As you can see. And again, I ping it out. 1 for me, 2 for my jungler. So I ping it for me so I remember, but then I also ping it for my jungler so that he knows, okay, if we're going to gank through there, there's a ward. Cool. So I push this out because I want to kill this control ward. And I know he puts a control wall because I checked his inventory and his control wall was missing, which obviously means he placed it. Cool. Fast forward. Nothing to see here. I go for the solo kill. Now, I flash out here, and maybe I didn't need to flash, but I really didn't want to risk it, and I knew Rek'Sai was doing Dragon. So I wanted to make sure that I survived here so that Nocturne couldn't just waltz off to Dragon, like maybe I have vision on it or something. So I flash because I'm scared. I mean, Akali TPs, which is really good, and then we get Dragon pressure. Again, I'm just trying to poke Nocturne. So I'm just trying to keep Nocturne mid while Rek'Sai solos Dragon. This is a really good play by my Rek'Sai. So this is the first moment in the game where I go, okay, if anyone's going to carry this game, it's going to be Rumble, myself, and Rek'Sai. Because I know this Rek'Sai is playing like really aggressive and he's trying to get us back in this game. Because right now, I think my bot lane's about to die again. But we'll see what happens. Perfect. So I push this in, getting a really nice CS lead. Then I back. I go straight to mid lane. I'm going to push this and I'm going to try and roam. I think this is going to be my first roam after this wave. Actually, no, so the reason why I'm playing so safe right now is because I know Nocturne's 6 and I know he has ult. And I don't know where he is and we have no pressure. So basically, Nocturne can ult here, kind of he can ult here, or he can ult me right now. So I'm playing super safe because I know I'm 2-1 up right now and the game's really close and I need to make sure that I do not give any kills to Nocturne because I don't have my flash up. So I just use my E to CS. You notice I will start BMing this Silas as well a little bit to play some mind games. I'm all for BMing, to be honest. Like, I have chat muted, but mastery emote BMing, I have no problem with. So again, spamming this, because I know what they want. They want Nocturne to ult me, or they want Nocturne to ult bot. So Nocturne's constantly looking here, so I'm just going to BM, letting them know that I know exactly what they're trying to do here. And again, keeping a nice CS lead, and just BMing. It's perfect. There we go. So look what I do. I immediately rotate bot because I see the ult and I know it's not on me. Nothing's on though. But look how I noticed. Look how quickly I moved. I was willing to sacrifice this entire wave for this because I knew there were 3 kills on the table. Unfortunately, it didn't turn off. It didn't turn out. The paranoia went off and there was no opportunity, but the fact that I looked is what you want to be doing as a mid laner. Now I go for freezing this lane because I want to BM this Silas even more and there's no real kill opportunities here. Okay. Again, look at Silas missing all this CS. I still only have a 10 CS lead on him. But watch me push him off this Kata. This is another thing I would highly recommend as a mid laner. This goes a long way for 2 reasons. 1, it denies them gold and XP. And 2, it tilts the fuck out of players. If you deny someone the catapult, they get so angry. Imagine when you get denied the catapult, that's exactly what the enemy's feeling. Coupled with the mastery emote BM, this is really how to psychologically influence your enemy mid laner without typing to them, without distracting yourself, and just being a pure annoyance. Perfect. So he knows exactly what I'm doing to him. And he's getting frustrated. We see Nocturne. Notice what I do. I ping Look, every time I see Nocturne, I ping where I think he's going. So I ping here, and we know he could be taking topside. So, notice again, Rek'Sai's ganking, and Akali asks for assistance. So I'm going to push my wave in, because this Sylas is 0-2. I don't care about him anymore. He's not doing anything. He's not a threat at all. So I push this, I get Prio, and then I roam. Noticing that Nocturne could be here, and then I see Nocturne here, and notice what I do. I ult in the hopes that was a really bad ult. It should have actually been up this way. But we burn his flash, which is really good. Then we'll watch this play out. Akali actually does a really good shroud there. Again, watch the BM. You always need to BM. There we go. And Sylas dies bot lane. Cool. So notice I go to top lane now. Akali pings me. Hey, push this out. I'm going, okay, Akali, you want me to push out your lane? I'll do it. Now, what this does is, this is a micro lead. This is what I call a micro lead. I'm now chucking all this CS onto their turret, which means they're going to lose CS if they don't have TP. So you watch, a lot of creeps are going to die here, because Camille's going to take a while to get up. And obviously I'm backing. I'm 3-1 now. I rush Oblivion Orb. You notice against Sylas, but also Camille and Nocturne. Look how much CS Camille loses because I pushed that. Cool. And then I look for a TP. Instantly. Because this lane's pushed, Akali's gone mid. Really good macro by my team, and I'm going to take advantage of it. Again, this is why TP mid is so important. You can either use it to get nice recalls off, or you can use it to quickly influence the map. So, notice I go straight for Kai'Sa. Straight for Kai'Sa. I don't actually have my ult up yet. So this could be tough. And now I'm going to flash because I need to get range. Awesome. And I do think I BM again here. Because again, you don't just want to BM your enemy opponent. You actually want to BM everyone on their team. There we go. A little bit of BM after he dies. Cool. And then I push this out. I know Jinx is here, but she's 0-3. So I want to take some of that CS. Because I lose some elsewhere. Cool. And I've got an 18... Notice how I've got an 18 CS lead on this Sylas. And I haven't been in lane for him in the last like 2 to 3 minutes of the game. I'm now 5-1. So I've been in 6 of our 11 kills. He's been in 3 of 10. And he's died 3 times. Really good job by my team. Again, I see him ward, so I deny it. Cool. And then I rotate. Look at this. I rotate straight away. It's not on though. I think I go for the kill here. Yeah, I go for the kill on Nocturne. Sorry, on Sylas. Because he disrespects me. At this point, I know that he can't match me. So I push, and now we get Dragon Prio again. So notice what I do. I'm torn between helping Rek'Sai just in case, or taking there. Now again, look how I now help the jungler. So we see Kai'Sa, so I'm making sure that he's protected, and then I go help him out. Again, so now I've gone top, helped Akali out, I've gone bot, helped my bot lane out, and now I've helped my jungler out, not only with 2 dragons by getting pressure mid lane, but now by invading the enemy jungle. And yes, you can be like, well, I don't get teammates like this. But when you do get teammates who try to make opportunities like this, you need to make sure that you follow them. So in the first 12 minutes and 40 seconds of the game, I've influenced every single lane on this map as the mid laner, which is something that you can do consistently. It's easily replicatable because I do it all the time. When you know your champion, I know Rumble so well, I've got mastery over him, you're able to feel really comfortable in any situation, which allows you to go top, to go bot, to solo your mid laner, to invade the jungle, because you're comfortable on the champion. And that's why a small champion pool is so important. But anyway, I go here, get the kill. I don't really care if I get the kill or not. I leave the blue buff to him because I don't really need it. And then I stick around just to make sure. I see this get procced, so I'm making sure that we're doing that. Hang on, I'm just going to take my jumper off real. Cool. And then look what I do. I immediately go to bot lane again. Look, immediately go to bot lane again. But then I notice they're gonna get the kill, they're gonna get the kills without me, so I go back to my lane. And then I see Nocturne here, and I think, okay, if he comes here, I'm gonna kill him. He doesn't. But then I rotate bot lane because I know where he's gonna ult. And then we get the kill. Awesome. I was gonna back here, but I actually decide to push this wave out because Jinx is dead and I don't want Senna getting the gold, really. I'd much rather this gold, and obviously I can't really get to mid lane in time. And this is where I do my first greedy play. Yeah, I greed. I'll die here, and I deserve to die. So this is where I tilt myself. I tilted myself off one mistake. That's the first mistake I've made this game at 14 minutes 30, but it's actually tilted me a lot because right now, Kai'Sa's 9-4, and I'm really concerned about her. But, again, this jungler playing really well. I know him and me are going to carry, and Akali's going to do okay as well. She went Titanic Hydra. I didn't even notice that. Cool. So I go back to pushing mid, and then I immediately rotate top because I know the fight's happening here. And again, this is where I make another mistake. So right now on the map, who are missing? Kai'Sa, Sylas, and Thresh. So where do we think they are? At this point, I'm actually really tunneled, so I'm not sure where they are. But I immediately see Sylas and I go, fuck it, I'm just going to suicide here. But he's 0-4. Why am I going for a 0-4 Sylas? It doesn't make sense. So this is the second mistake I make after this. And this is where the game gets really, really close. Because Kai'Sa comes in and kills me. Gets another shutdown gold on me. Rek'Sai dies. Gets a 450 gold shutdown. And then Senna will die as well. And watch, they're my two biggest mistakes of this game. I clean up the game a lot more after that. But I'm still tilted. So right now I'm a little bit angry, but I'm still performing pretty well. So next Dragon's up, but we're probably not going to be able to get it. So I'm still going to try and get priority here. And again, like, this Sylas going for that jump is just so stupid. So I know they're around here. So I'm playing super safe and just chilling out. And then I push to get prio. And then I rotate again. Even though I don't think we're going to be able to get Dragon here, I'm still making sure that I can at least try and pressure it in case my team does want to go. Cool, so I sweeper this because I know that they've probably got vision here somewhere. Because I notice how they're acting. They're acting really weird. So I'm like, okay, they've probably got vision there. I thought this could be a really good play, but obviously he uses his R. Ideally, I should have R'd that way. And then I decide to go bot, but then I'm like, oh shit, my team could fight mid. So I give up this CS, and I go to mid, because I know that's where the next fight's going to be. Again, you got to play macro at this point. The game is too close. You're down 1k gold, but your bot lane's 0, 6, 2, and 6. So you really need to play macro now. You can't be selfish and farm. Particularly when I've got like a 20 CS lead already anyway. So I rotate top, again, because we know where the Nocturne ult is, but there's nothing on, unfortunately. So I think I get greedy here. I think this is another mistake I make. Yep. So I do a really bad ult. As soon as I miss this ult, I shouldn't flash in. But I'm trying to get us back in this game, so I'm playing like way too aggressive. And it's good and bad, because if this play... If I ulted correctly, the flash is correct. But instead, I ulted incorrectly and I still flashed, which is the big mistake I make here. And as you'll see, she'll kill me. And then I get angry at Jinx. It's not really Jinx's fault. I chose to flash in. I chose to miss my ult. So I get a little bit angry here. But again, you know, you can't do much. Again, I feel like Jinx could have killed her multiple times there, but I'm not relying on this Jinx. I know this Jinx isn't going to have a good game, so I'm trying not to focus on it. Even though she's tilting me, I'm trying not to focus her too much. So again, I've got TP up now, so I'm going to go bot lane to not only soak this wave, but also because I can TP top or mid if I need to, if there's a fight. So I rotate again straight away, but Senna gets caught. And so I ping Jinx back. Because you know exactly what's going to happen here. It's a tier 1 half health at 21 minutes, and they're all grouped. What do you think's going to happen to this Jinx? Like, I predict it, and I tell her, leave it. It's a tier 1 at 20 minutes. You do not need to defend a tier 1 1v5 at 20 minutes of the game. So I push top, and look what happens. Jinx dies under tier 1 at 20 minutes. And then, unfortunately, Rek'Sai goes in. Oh, he didn't actually want to go in. And then look what I do. I don't try and defend this. I know we can't defend this. This is actually another mistake I make. So the ult here is good, because I'm clearing the wave so they can't get tier 2. But unfortunately, I back, because I'm a little bit angry at the moment. I'm like, ugh. Like, I'm really upset at the game at the moment, because I'm like, we're probably going to lose this. That's my mindset right now, if I'm being honest. But what I should have done here is, Akali wants to go in. So what I should have done is actually stayed here. Instead, I went a little bit selfish. And maybe if I stayed here, we could have got something. But instead, I do get here in time to do this. Which is good. So at least we get a couple of kills. I know they're in here, so I'm going to chill out. And again, I've still got TP, so I can push top lane. I can push top lane because I've got TP. I can go anywhere on the map. Again, I could have stolen that, but obviously that's just going to tilt the Jinx, so I'm not going to. Again, I could take Rek'Sai's Raptors here, but I know he is a good jungler, so I'm not going to steal his Raptors, even though I'm tilted. Again, just keeping my charge up, looking for maybe Kai'Sa's going to come here, and we can do a good play just before Dragon spawns. That's unlucky. I get hit by Kai'Sa's W. So I get my ult off as soon as I see Rumble. Sorry, as soon as I see Nocturne. But it's a bad fight again. I'd say that's a mistake, yes. But I couldn't do much about it. Ideally, we shouldn't have been grouped. This is a really good play, though. Rek'Sai gets the 1-for-1, which is actually really good. It means they can't actually do this. Oh, do they actually do it? No, they don't. I don't think they actually do it, yeah. Yeah, at least they can't do it. And then I get the TP. Again, my next TP, high impact. We get a kill for it. Perfect. And now we make a Baron play. So this is the point in the game where we've got to risk it. Even though we're only down 4k, we just lost our mid inhib turret. Sylas is bot, Camille's dead, Thresh is dead. Now usually this Baron play I wouldn't want to do. But because we're behind, and because the opportunity has arisen, and we've got a Jinx with Kraken, and a Rumble with Liandry's, Rek'Sai Senna, we do this pretty quickly. Cool. So Nocturne obviously will try and steal this. And this is the big turnaround for the game. This is the first big turnaround of the game. Perfect. Kai'Sa goes in. Desperation. Kai'Sa really didn't need to go in here. And then we end up... So watch my zoning ult. Ideally, there's two ults I can do here. I can ult here, or I can ult here. So I choose to ult here so that I force Camille and Sylas to go this way. That's my plan anyway. Instead, I split them, which is also another good intention. But now Camille can't get away. And then I'll flash in. Perfect. Now, we'll get tier 1. Awesome. I try and get the creeps, and then we go. Perfect. I ping everyone to back. Rek'Sai and I are on the same page. I ult to make sure Akali gets out. But notice I'm not trying to engage here. I'm sitting on 1.7k gold. I do not want to fight here. And notice I've also gone Leandry's straight into Zhonya's. And I'm rushing Death Cap because I know I need to carry. So again, I'm now taking leadership. I'm pinging Jinx to get away because Nocturne has ult up and she can easily get ulted. So I'm trying to take leadership and command the team on what to do because I know that this game is really close and Jinx isn't playing the best game. So I'm going to help her make decisions for her in a non-abusive way. So I'm not typing to her like, you're so bad, just listen to my calls. No, I'm just pinging danger, pinging Nocturne ult. That's all you have to do. If they listen, they listen. If they don't, they don't. So again, I fake it back here because I know this timer. And then I cancel it because I see this happen. And then I don't want to fight this. This is a bad fight because Rek'Sai and Senna aren't here. So I really don't want to fight this. But then I see Akali actually pop off. So Akali gets the kill there. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going in here. So I ult Thresh mainly to keep Akali in this 1v1 for as long as possible. And then I go for the Camille. Awesome. So Akali plays that really well. Gets 2 kills for her 1 death. And now we get a free push mid. Notice using my overcharge. So I use my overheat when I'm at the turret. So that my passive does more damage. And now we back. Look at this discipline. This is what you need to do. You need to back straight away as soon as you get what you want. Back, run. And then Dragon, we know, is spawning in 1 minute 30. So I go over here to try and get some prio. Notice, you know, it's not on. I've got time to back. So I've now got my death cap. Look at how much damage my Leandry's has done as well. 4k damage in 27 minutes plus the 1k. So even though there's this 600 mana stat that's completely useless on Rumble, I think the damage is actually worth it. So I always go Leandry's on Rumble. You can go Night Harvester as well, but I personally like Leandry's because it does more damage. And it allows you to clear waves quicker. So again, I've gone sweepers because I'm really trying to make sure I get vision for good Rumble ults. Cool. So we know they're in here. I'm considering at this point ulting, but I'm like, better not, just in case. So that's a really good ult by me. Gets the kill. Perfect. And that's actually the game. So a game that looked really bad. A 15-8 Kai'Sa. And now a Rumble. And get a double kill and end the game. So, this is an important game for a few reasons. One, it teaches you as a mid laner how to roam across the map to influence every single lane in the first 15 minutes of the game. How to do it quite easily while still having a CS lead and still having mid lane pressure. Most players struggle with that. They can't roam and keep mid pressure at the same time. All you have to do it is 1, out macro your mid laner. So if it's Ignite versus TP, you've already got 1 advantage. 2, push the wave, then roam. 3, always come back to your lane before going on the next roam, push out the wave, and then go for your next roam. And then 3, look for opportunities with your team. I see Akali get ulted on by Nocturne. I'm there. I see Rek'Sai wanting to invade the blue jungle. I'm there. I see Nocturne ult bot. I'm there. Look for the opportunity that gives you the signal that your roam is going to work out and then execute on it. Yes, I made some mistakes with my roams, but it also was what kept us in the game. So that's the first one. Second one is when you're tilted, still make sure that you're playing correctly. I even called a forfeit. So I think after I died top lane, I called a forfeit. I was like, I'm going to FF this game. My team said no, and then I went, well, okay, if my team said no, I may as well play the game. Because otherwise I'm just wasting 20 minutes on my Sunday. Like, what's the point? May as well play the game. Even though I'm tilted, even though I'm a bit angry, I'm still going to play out the game because I've got nothing better to do. I'm not just going to sit in base, be immature, and waste 20 minutes of my life. Pointless. So I play out the game. And then 3, group and identify a strong player on your team and work with them. Notice how much I work with Rek'Sai that game to make sure that we're getting dragons, we're getting barons, we're invading the jungle, we're grouping and pushing. Really important as a mid laner. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. It was really educational, I think, for me personally, but also for you guys, particularly as mid laners, looking at how can I win lane and then influence the rest of the game, even with losing or inting or feeding teammates. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you're still watching, please like and subscribe. I've also got some links in the YouTube description below. Thanks.